Oh yeah, of course.
I think we can't ignore, right? Like we can't ignore women's nature, and we can't ignore the way that women communicate with each other, right? The same way that women can't ignore that about men.
Fair use. Fair use.
A woman can sit here and say like, "You care about my body count? You an insecure ass nigga. If you was real nigga, you wouldn't care about my body count." And I'm a man, so that means that I communicate with other men, and I don't care what you're talking about. I care what the men that I respect think about me, right? So I think it's the same with women. I don't think that we can necessarily say like, don't worry about what the bitches is saying in the bathroom. You my woman, I come home to you. I don't think that we can necessarily say that because
Thank
only
you.
women speak women, and they only know how it feels for a woman to say, your nigga just ate my ass and he hit me raw. You was a dumb bitch. Right.
Well, that's why you gotta break
Thank
it down.
you.
You got to break the logic down for the woman because you don't see it that way. If it was flipped and the man was in a situation where the woman had a side dude, and yeah, the man is the husband is the joke's on the husband because again, whenever the marriage is dissolved, the 8 times out of 10 women got the courts on her side. She still got the leverage even though she got a side dude. But in the reverse, it doesn't work that way for the man who has a side. The wife holds the cards.
But Darwin, this is all I'm trying to. I want you to come from a place of emotion.
Because the
For
leverage
once,
only matters
when we
if he
get
wants to
on
leave
here
it.
and we're talking, Darwin, for once, I would love it if you would break that wall that you have about you being so like, I'm Bruiser. I want you to be Darwin the husband.
He can't.
To that beautiful wife that you have. You know you would tear up heaven and earth. A nigga come to you in that damn bathroom talking about some bitch ass nigga, fuck you.
You see that, fellas? You see that? Everything I would expect. Everything I would expect. She just changed it. All right. And instead of acknowledging the point that he made, she just changed it and started talking about something nobody was talking about. That's not the point that was made. All right. Listen, she need to change it to something she liked, something she can argue, something he wasn't even talking about. All right. Because she can't acknowledge the point. Because the point don't paint that situation in the best light. And she needs you to just skip by that. No, you don't skip by that. All right, that's why I don't do this, fellas, because it's pointless talking to people who just not going to see your point, regardless of how clear the point is, because they don't like it. They can only see points of view that come from them about men. And even though, as men, some of their points of view we can acknowledge, they can't acknowledge any of ours. They got to do this. All right, which makes the conversation BS and not worthy of having. Okay, because these gaslight tactics, she need to get him in his feelings to move him on to past the subject. I need you to get in touch with your emotion. No, we need you to respond to the point that was made. And if you don't have a response to the point that was made, shut your mouth. Don't get in here and start ducking because you don't like the overall position of advantage that put on display that women have in a marriage. Because yes, indeed, if she has a boyfriend, she can still take all your stuff with her boyfriend. If you got a girlfriend, she'll take all your stuff for having a girlfriend. All right, that's the problem. Because we know in relationships, many a times women have extramarital affairs just like men, just as much. And they think if they don't acknowledge it, like she just did, just don't acknowledge it. No, it happens. And it's a disadvantage to men. And we get rebels like this. And y'all wonder why we can't believe in it. Because you just want to skip past it. And act like it doesn't really matter. It does matter. It matters to us. And that's why we keep showing y'all.
I got your wife.
Yeah, I think that's what I have to
No,
convey.
you would give a damn. It would hurt, even if it's not true. You would give a damn. Smooth would give a damn. But everybody on here
You
would
didn't
give
hear
a
me.
damn. It
That's
doesn't matter if it's true. It's the fact of if everybody can remember in high school.
That's not the point he was making. That's not the point he made, and he was trying to interject and let her know that. But you see, she just overtalked him to keep this point right here going, to keep from having a address, because to keep from having to address the point he originally made. So her mission is to keep talking, overtalk him until he forget about the point he made and start arguing with the point she making. Because she only making a point that she can actually argue and not the point he made. All right, it's a point she just made up to avoid the point that he made, to avoid having to address it.
Even go to the party. You might have not thought you could even go. Your parents probably was on some like, fuck no. You know, at 16, you ain't staying out past 11, 10 o'clock. But that doesn't mean you didn't want to get invited. Sometimes that's what it feels like in adulthood.
Bougie, wait a minute. Hold on. There's a difference here between men and women, right? Let's say you go into the bathroom, right? You
Mm-hmm.
decide to, or the dude was staring at you and was eyeballing you at the in the back at the table, and then you walk in the bathroom with his wife, and you say, "Oh yeah, your man was staring at me," right? What
Right.
would she respond with?
If a woman, what would I respond with if a woman told me my man was staring at her?
No. If you walk into the bathroom and you told a woman who was that her husband was staring at you, and that's why I got your man's eyes, what would she respond to you with?
cuss your ass out.
Hold on, no, Bruce. Don't jump in. What would she respond to you with?
It depends on the woman. So if
She's
you
saying,
listen, let me answer your question. If the woman,
no.
cause Bougie situation was they was just talking. This just bathroom talk, and you happen to realize that they talking about your man.
Yeah.
So in that situation, I'm gonna go talk straight to my man. Like, you got me all the way messed up. Now we gotta go because you in public
That's not
embarrassing me.
no.
You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you? I don't
Stop.
understand. But if a woman came to you and she instantly talking about, yeah, I got your man, this,
Well,
that, and third, you gonna go off on the woman. Now you
But
about
what would
to
you?
almost fight in the
you
bathroom.
want me to be honest?
Hold on. Yeah, let her
Wait,
answer the
you
question
want me to be
directly.
honest and be myself? You want me to be like the real me?
Girl, you
I
gonna
want
punch
you
her
to
in her
tell me.
face.
Hold on, wait. I want you to tell me. I don't want to tell me.
Exactly how I would respond?
Wait. I just want you to tell me, what would the woman say to you? All I'm asking is, what would she say? Not whether she's gonna whoop your ass, not smack you up in the bathroom. What would she say if you said, "I got your man staring at me outside," and this is her
Oh,
husband?
I
What would
don't
she
even
say?
get down like
What would she
this, so
say?
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
What?
a girl's girl, so I'm not
No,
going in the bathroom saying that. I'm a girl's girl, so I'm gonna go in the bathroom and be like, hey sis,
Bougie,
you
that is
might want to check
that
your
is
man because he was being weird. I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
not
I
trying
don't
to.
get down like that.
Cop out.
Now, if a woman came to me and I realized that was my man, I could tell you how I would respond as like the wife, but I can't tell you how I would respond as the other woman because
Bougie. That's
anytime I've ever come to a woman, I come to women as like, hey, like when I used to bartend, I come to women as like, did you know that your man was here last week with another woman or et cetera? I don't play that. I'm a girl's girl. I
Bougie.
don't get down like
That's
that.
not what he asked you, Bougie.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
He asked me if I came to a woman, but I don't know because I
Yeah.
don't get down like that.
So you can say I don't want to answer. I don't care. You can say I don't want to answer, but that was a whole different scenario. You just bring.
That's a hood bunny for you all day. If you think the fact that she don't know what the hell she talking about gonna make her shut up, you don't know much about her. You don't know much about these ladies if you think the fact that she don't know what the hell she talking about, or the fact that she blatantly dancing around having to answer the question is gonna make her shut up and not get as much attention as she can. You sadly mistaken. She's gonna garner as much attention as she can, no matter how silly she looks.
don't know. I don't
I got this real
even
dope. I
play
got
like that. Hell no.
Bougie, pause. Bougie, pause. I'm giving you the scenario. I'm not asking what you would do or how you would behave in a scenario where a man is staring at you. I'm giving you the scenario. If a woman, you can even answer from the woman's perspective through your own lens. If a woman came up to you and said that about your husband, I'm just asking, what would the woman say? The married woman, what would she say to a woman who walks up to her in the bathroom and says, "Your husband is staring at me, and he's giving me those eyes, and he wanna be with me, and he's looking at me. That's why I got your man looking at me." What would the woman, the married wife, say to that woman? What would be the first thing?
Oh, well, as the married woman, I'm gonna be like, that's real cute. Who asked you that?
And what else?
And
Why would
then
you
when I
say?
walk out, I'm finna go check the fuck out of him. Because why are you embarrassing me in public?
Stop right there. Why would you? Why
Mhm.
would you easily? Why would you so easily dismiss that woman like that?
Because I feel like she doesn't owe me anything. She doesn't owe me no loyalty. She want to gossip. She want to try and be petty. She wants to try and provoke me, get me out of my body. I'm not giving.
You see the difference between women and men? Well, a man just ain't gonna believe that. A man don't want to believe that. She gonna go check her husband for some stranger, and she could have been lying. She could have be out of her mind. She don't know what that woman motive could have been, but she gonna go check the F out of her husband. All right, because she need that what that lady said to be true. Where a man wouldn't want that to be true. All right, he would want to believe his woman got loyalty to him. Well, a woman, she want to believe her man don't, so that way she feel justified whenever she ready to do something. Whenever she ready to do something, she feel like she got some kind of justification. You ain't no good. She need to believe that about you. That's why she will believe a complete stranger who she never seen before in her life. Just come and tell her something like that about her husband. And she gonna go straight and jump on her husband about it. She gonna go jump on him because some stranger just told her this about him. Because she don't have no loyalty to him. None. Her loyalty is to her feelings and her emotions and what's gonna make her feel good. And you don't and you ain't done nothing. This somebody just came and lied to her. And he or she done charged you with something. Something that's stupid and crazy and got y'all marriage in the uproar because she can't get out of her feelings. All right. And she think you should be okay with this. You should just accept this rebel. All right. Who don't have no allegiance to anything. All right. Because if she had some allegiance to you, she wouldn't just believe that.
What I'm going to do is go to him and be like, so this was said to me. What is it really? Et cetera, et cetera. Let's go from there.
You know what? I'm gonna stop this all right here because you're doing way too much. This is the woman that's gonna treat
Why
her
is that
like
too much to go and ask
hold on,
him?
I'm gonna explain to you why. Because you're adding way too much context where there doesn't need to be. I'm gonna just answer the question myself. That woman is gonna treat her like the side chick that she is, and she's gonna have the mindset of, you don't matter because that is my husband. He may have looked at you, but that is my husband. Now, here's the flip side, because this is the whole point I was trying to get to. There is nothing a man can say to a man who just walked in the bathroom and said, yeah, I'm doing X, Y, Z, or your girl is staring at me, or your wife is about to give me her number, or I smashed your wife. There is nothing a man can say that will be leveraged against the man that told him that. Like, as a matter of fact, we would even look at that dude. If a dude walked in there and said, yeah, I hit your woman last night, he is not going to say, yeah, but that's my wife, though.
Nah, hell no.
He's not going to say, yeah, but I got her heart.
He going to be like, yo, appreciate you telling me that, man.
He ain't even going to say that. It's a difference because there is no leverage that a man would have over another man who would come to him like that. However,
no, if a man came to me and said, look, man, I hit your wife like that. I'm like, man, appreciate that. Because for men, the way men operate, most niggas ain't telling the nigga he is. He's just gonna let him look stupid. He's just not gonna say nothing.
Can I get Can
Men
I
would
get a clear
hold on, wait.
understanding of
Oh,
why
wait, there's,
it means more? Because
It's not.
when you're
It's
saying
not.
that,
wait,
it's
there's,
almost like it means more to be a wife than it means to be a
No,
husband.
no,
Can I
like
get an
look,
understanding?
It
I'm about to
does.
be. Hold on,
It
wait. I
does.
got it. I got it real dope. I got it real dope because this is my scenario. The reason
See, a man, first of all, if you pulling up on a man like that, you already know you need to have some receipts. So if he pulled up on you like that, he got receipts. All right. And like he said, there's no defense for that. All right, it's no comeback on that. It's nothing you could say to make that better or to make no. Not when that's your woman. No. All right, see, women got all kinds of comebacks that they can. No. Not a man. Not a man, because that's all he got. He don't have nothing else but her loyalty. And when he found out she don't have none to him, all right, and he realized he made a mistake. And that's what it is. Because see, a woman, she got all kinds of other stuff he provide to her. That's all he can truly expect from her. So when she break that, that's it.
is because there is no leverage that a man has over another man when it comes to his woman. If he had his woman, there is leverage that a woman would have over a side chick, because she would say, even if I like, yes, that's my husband, so I have the keys to everything. There ain't no such scenario where a man would be like, oh yeah, yeah, you slept with my wife, and in this scenario that I'm hurt in, but yeah, that's my wife, and I got the keys to the kingdom. Like, there is nothing a man will be able to say and leverage against another man who's done that to him. How
Like I said, fellas, it's because you expected to provide her so much more than just that. All right. She is that's all you can expect from her is her loyalty, her allegiance to you. And some man just walked up and let you know she don't have that allegiance. She don't have that loyalty. And this your wife. This your woman. Taking care of, providing and protecting for some woman who don't have no allegiance to you. All right. And that's all you can get from her. That's not all she can get from you. See, she get your protection. She get your provision. And that don't change when you meet little Wanda. That don't change for her. You feel me? It changed everything for you because that's all you can get from her. And that's exactly what you get when you go get yourself a rebel. Some woman who don't have no allegiance to nothing but her feelings and what she want. That's it. That's it.
that will be able to walk up to her and say something like that it would not sting as much as it would sting to a man. It's not about that the woman is more valued in a marriage or anything like that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if presented those two same scenarios, the man is just different for a man because there's no leverage there.
and then the reason, and when
We
he
would.
talk about leverage, he means if
I
a
wouldn't have
woman
no.
walked up
There's
to the wife in the bathroom and said, "Hey, this and this," it doesn't matter because she holds the leverage. And when we say leverage, she can pull the strings on whether or not a household stands or falls. Now, if it's the reverse, and a man is presented by another, and a husband is presented by another man, is like, "Yeah, I blew your wife back out last night." You can't go and say, "Well, I'm going to destroy the household and take all everything in the house." And no, nigga. She can go and take all your wife can take, once you find out that she cheated, she can still ruin your life and move the nigga that she cheated in the house during the separation process. It's a totally different thing. And typically
Darwin cooking, bro. And it happens. I've seen it happen. And I'm sure many of you have seen it happen. All right. If you ain't, check the episode of Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan showed you. All right. Yeah. Wife divorcing him. She done moved her boyfriend, and you paying for her and her boyfriend to live in a house. You busted your butt building for her. And you can't even go there because she stay there with her boyfriend while you pay for it. Yeah, that's the leverage your wife get. Your wife get. You wonder why you can't believe in a rebel? No. You don't go bet the house on a rebel. And one beautiful thing you can always know about a rebel, they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about that. Listen, whenever she don't want to talk about that, she a rebel.
hey, look, I hit your woman or I hit your wife. Basically, 9 times out of 10, a man is trying to tell him, to warn him or notify him that, look, maybe you need to get out of that situation because this woman ain't good for you. If they come clean, if they come out and say it, the guy actually has some type of sentiment for the guy that's in a situation like, yeah, man, I hit your wife. She ain't no good, man.
He ain't telling nothing but the truth, bro. All right, because I encounter situations like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Well, I know, bro, she ain't no good. And bro, he being good to her. All right. But she go talk to women. And it's like that Aisha Curry thing, fellas. Well, listen, the more you give, the more she gonna push. My father explained that situation to me my whole life. All right, you watch what you give her, because the more you give, the more she gonna push. And women not built to appreciate. They built to expect. You see, Steph Curry built Aisha Curry wrong. She need him to turn into Spider-Man and climb up the walls, and he ain't no goddamn Spider-Man, and she don't care. She need to find something he not doing, because the sisterhood will back her up, because he's supposed to do cartwheels for her too. Not only give her a mansion and a yacht and a life that dreams are made of. He's supposed to he's supposed to do it all. If she need him to turn into Spider-Man, he's supposed to turn into Spider-Man. Or she got the right not to be happy, if you let these busted up hood rats tell it. All right? Listen, they not logical. And it ain't no pleasing them. Listen, you can't believe in this shit. All right? Listen to how they condone her behavior. She's somebody's wife. Some man who did right by her. But they still think she should be able to get some more out of him. He should do more. All right, and more. She'll push you and push you until she push him off the cliff. She pushing him now. That's why she get on all of these podcasts with that foolishness. She pushing him.
I hear her, bro. He hit her.
My bad, fellas. I ain't mean to go that far off the rail, but Darwynn cooking.
Too. Like whenever they do that, they really want the man to try to get out of that shit. They actually care about the dude's feelings. But if they don't say nothing,
so do you not feel like if a woman goes into the bathroom and says the same thing, that she's like, your man's a hoe or your husband's a hoe, and I want you to get out of that because he doesn't respect you the same way that men would feel like the side man or whatever?
No. We're not talking about the nuances and the what ifs. We're talking about the way it normally goes. And it don't normally go like that for a woman. She wants your man, or she trying to one up you and cause a problem in your relationship. All right. She got a motive always, because if she didn't, she wouldn't be in your face. Whereas though a man, that's not always the case. No, that's not even usually the case. All right, that's not even usually the case, because we as men know what that man got at stake. All right, you as a woman just bought you. That's all you showed up with.
Is that not the same?
It's a possibility of being the same, but it don't hold the same weight, because in the event of a divorce, the dynamics are different. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Bougie. I'm kind of disappointed. I was hoping you would say, and I'm hoping most women would say, if a woman came up and say, yeah, your man was looking at me, he was eyeing me. I mean, I was hoping y'all would say, well, did he touch you? Did he touch you?